Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Brienne, but you can also call me Owlco. And today in this video, I am going to show you Carlo's new cage that I built him all by myself. He's no longer in his original cage, which was an 18 by 18 by 36. I personally think I left a little bit too long changing cages for him, according to his age. But now he is in a much larger cage and he is quite happy. So without further ado, let's show you the cage. All right, so first things first, I'm just gonna kind of show you how large the cage is. So I made the cage just roughly over 2 feet. So it ends up going to 2.3 feet wide. Just under 2 feet deep. And about 3 feet tall. I made it so that it was pretty much almost just under the height of the rack here. So then I'd be able to put the lights on top of the rack and not on the cage itself, just to help with the wear and tear. So sometimes when the lights are directly on the cage, it could affect the screen that's on top of the cage. All right, so at the bottom right here, I have a bucket that is underneath the metal rack here. I have it configured inside the cage where all the water is going to be drained into this bucket here. As you can see, the water is pretty gross, but it's not full. So a drainage solution for a chameleon cage is most definitely needed. I also do have a towel, like an old towel down below as well, just in case if any of the water perhaps does not go into the bucket. It will reach the towel first, and hopefully it will be absorbed by a towel before it reaches anything that's below the cage on my lower rack. I would also, we'll come over to the side here. Dun, dun, dun. So right here I have my bucket. This is my water reservoir for my Miss King system. As you can tell, well, you probably can't tell, it's hard. It's almost ready to be filled up again. So every time it gets low, I will wipe the sides with a cloth to see if there's any like water residue or if there's any mildew kind of starting to form. I want to make sure I catch it before it becomes a problem. I have it on top of a bucket lid, just in case if anything ever happened to my water reservoir where the hole that attaches with the tube becomes loose, then at least the bucket thing will, the lid will help stop the water from going on my floor. I can also see the lights I use. Repti Sun, their new slim look. Just got it. If you're thinking about getting a UVB light, definitely try to look out for Zoom Med, the Repti Sun T50H. Okay, so anyways, I will also show you how my Miss King is set up. So Apollo's just wanting to go outside to see other dogs, so he's pretty noisy here. But anyways, you can tell all the way up here, it goes all the way up to the top. And in that far corner of the cage is where the Miss King nozzle is. And then it sprays the majority of the cage for Carlo so he can get water and stay hydrated. All right, so next I want to show you the top of the cage and what I have kind of going on up here. So on the top of the rack, it's hard to see kind of, I do have technically 3 sets of lights. So I have a double dome fixture, one with the basking light on this side, and then the other has a plant light in it. Just helps any of the natural live plants grow and not die in my cage. And then behind it, I have that UVB lamp that is setting up behind. And I also have a nice long branch in the back, just so that if Carlo wanted to bask in his UVB, he'll be able to do so easily. I also have a big dripper that is, you can kind of see, connected into the cage. It's not always running. I normally only run it during emergencies or if I'm going to be away for a long period of time. There I know maybe my bucket might run out. Other than that too, I just have some extra supplies up there in that Amazon box. I keep all my old light bulbs. I'll probably make another video going through all the lights that I use and what kind of lights are recommended, etc. But anyways, done. Take a step back as well. I'll just talk about the body. So the body of the cage itself is wood, except for the metal screen and the latches and the door portion. The door portion I actually made out of a window screen from Home Depot. Is a window screen kit that I bought, and I just found some latches on Amazon, and then I kind of just put it all together, and it worked pretty good. Although I did have some issues with trying to make sure that this was nice and flush. So I had to use a lot of, what did I end up using? I used this liquid nails, and I just filled it in. And as you can see, the top is flush, but I wasn't able to do the side. But I kind of just came to the conclusion that I'm not always going to be letting crickets loose in the cage, so they're not going to be getting loose. And if I do let the crickets loose, I'm going to be putting them on the side, on the screen on the side, so then Carlo can easily eat them, or on the roof of the cage as well, so he can easily eat them. Can anyone spot Carlo right now? He's hiding. He does not like the camera. Most chameleons don't. It's not really the best, well put together cage, because it is my first time making a cage. I'm not a carpenter, so it's sometimes a little bit difficult to open and close the gate, the door, I guess, not the gate. But let's take a closer look inside. Alrighty, so as you can see, it's quite green inside his cage here. On the bottom, I just have a regular, I think it's like a drawer liner mesh. I got at the dollar store, and it just helps keep, I guess, the crickets off out of the loop. If there is any crickets in here, out of the corners. As you can see here, I do have my sheet. There's some water here. Obviously, it's not that full, so it's not going to drip down into the bucket. And then I also have it loose right here, as you can see, just so that the water can get into the bucket below it for drainage, and then we won't have any problems in our cage. I have a faux, I guess, yeah, fake plant back wall there. I got some fake plant tiles off of Amazon for a great price, and it was kind of my vision to kind of have the back wall there filled with this fake plant, just because chameleons, they love to climb, and that back wall just helps Carlo easy to grip and climb up it if he wishes to do so. As you can see, there you go, Carlo. He's just in the back there. He's kind of hiding. Other than that, too, if you notice that the cage has a mixture of live and fake plants. So these ones are fake here. I made this side a plexiglass instead of a screen, just because I think I'm going to eventually get another cage and put it beside it, and it's just an easier way for me to clean it and without it having to take it out all the time. Oh look, here he is. I also do have some more fake vines here as well. So I have this vine right here that's fake. I have my bamboos that are just kind of from one side of the cage to the other. I do have 2 live plants in this cage currently. I used to have 3, and then I thought my hibiscus plant was getting overwatered, and then I took it out to let it dry out a little bit, and let's just say it died. Or I'm trying to revive it outside right now. But anyways, so I have 2 types of plants. I have an umbrella tree just in the back here. It's on a pot stand, I guess that's how, yeah, it's like a, I also got this at the dollar store. It just kind of helps bring the plants up higher for Carlo instead of having them on the ground here. I also do have a pothos plant. Pothos, it's it's actually grown a lot, and like before the vines weren't able to reach the bottom, and now they can. I'm trying to kind of direct them so they can kind of go. I'm going to eventually try to hang them on the other side of the cage. I have that plant secured just right up at the top here, as well as yeah, he just like went to the bathroom on the leaves. It's kind of gross. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm not going to show you just because gross. I hate nasty stuff. All right, so I also do have some black fake vines there. I find that he likes walking along those, and I normally see him on those more so than anything else. He likes basking them. I can hold them up. Some chameleon keepers don't like them. They'll get a whole bunch of testimonies on, or I guess not a whole bunch, but you'll get some testimonies where people will advocate for a all-natural cage. And if you're a chameleon owner and you can do an all-natural cage, I say go for it. With any reptile, I guess like the end goal is to make their cage kind of closest to the environment that they have in the wild. But sometimes it's not always easy or always the case to do that. So that's why I kind of like to do a mixture of both fake and live plants. But eventually in the future, I will probably change it to more live plants over fake plants. But as of right now, I'm gonna let my plants grow and then do the job, and then I can connect and make walking paths for Carlo. All right, another thing I wanna show too, if you can see just right at the back there, so I don't know why it's doing it, but just right over there, that again is my Mist King system. So it sprays the majority of the cage. I recently moved to a different misting schedule. I don't mist as much during the day, but now I tend to mist more during early mornings and right before he goes to bed, as well as two times I believe in the middle of the night. Just because I guess there's been studies that have been done that chameleons during the night hours, they absorb more of the moisture into their skin than they do during the day, because during the day they mostly just want to bask and hang out under their lights, which is quite dry. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please give this video a big old thumbs up if you did like it, and you can comment below if you have any questions of how I made the cage or any chameleon cat general questions, and I'll try to the best of my ability to help you and answer them. I am also thinking about making another video about going into more depth about the materials that I have used for this cage. If you did want to see that, just put it in the comment section below. I just kind of want to get a tally of how many people are interested in a video like that. Other than that too, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel and remember to click that bell just beside the subscribe button, just so that you don't miss any of my videos that I am uploading in the future about Carlo, chameleons, or other reptiles. Other than that, until next time, bye!